All right, ladies and gentlemen, they are just pulling up now. Important day for Southern University. 22nd head coach, Louisiana native from New Orleans, Louisiana, Marshall Faulk, one of the most decorated NFL players in the history of the game, coming to coach here at Southern University. The way the press conference will go, we're going to start it off, and I'm going to bring on some dignitaries up here, and then I'm going to introduce the athletic director, Roman Banks. And after that, Roman's going to introduce him and take a Kodak moment right here or right here in the front somewhere. They'll take a Kodak moment. And for those of you young people, you can put it on Twitter, Snapchat, and all that good stuff if you don't know what Kodak is. Us old folks know. There's Perry White in the house. You see him all over his shows, and also does the coach's show with Todd Sterling. I think I saw Todd Sterling here just a moment ago. We've got some dignitaries and some sponsors in. We're going to recognize you coming up. As the human jukebox is playing, that means our new football coach has arrived. The human jukebox, #1 band in the land, often imitated, never duplicated. I've watched that pregame Super Bowl show a million times. They've listed me as a stalker now. I've downloaded it so many times.
All right. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Avery Johnson is in the house.
Call him a great basketball player, but this guy had a mind like you wouldn't believe. You talk to him and you feel like you're a scholar. Former head coach, the lefty.
Let's get out the way. I should tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got support from the receiver, Mr. Paul Matthews, Mr. Chris Messenger, Mr. Edward Marshall.
Attorney Quincy Cawthorn, Reverend Tolbert, Miss Zayil Dudley is here. Miss Ann Smith, Mr. Myron Lawson is in the house. Randy Whitfield is in the house. I saw Des Moines Rutledge, the chairman of the athletics, is in the house. He is, in fact, waiting right there for the coach. And then also we have chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Tony Clayton, of course, is here. We have Coca-Cola Bottling Company in the house. How you going? Always. Look at the big truck that I just saw circling around. Hopefully they have some ice cold Coca-Colas on that truck. That'll be good. We also have TJ Ribs in the house. We'll be there for the final show of the fall this Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll be there at 6:30 p.m. at TJ Ribs for our show right there. Ladies and gentlemen, another Southern University great and a former teammate of Marshall Faulk. Aeneas Williams is in the house. How many times did he mention Southern University on his Hall of Fame acceptance speech? That shows you how much that man loves this university. Unbelievable. One of the greatest DBs of all time. Right there. The only time I didn't like that man is when they played the Saints, because he shut us down every time. A proud New Orleans alum. Aeneas, come on over here if you can for a second. I want to get your comments on what you think about your former teammate being, how about that? Was with him at the Rams. What are your thoughts about not only a New Orleans native, Louisiana native, your teammate? What do you think about Marshall Faulk being the new head coach of Southern University?
The first thing, glad to be back on this campus. I feel like I'm back at home. Come on, can we get excited about this?
Wait a minute. I know we can get more excited than that. We just won the Bayou Classic for the 4th time. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
4th in a row.
First of all, thank you to all the decision makers. Out of all the guys I've ever played with in the National Football League, Marshall Faulk is not only one of the smartest guys, but also he's been taught by the best. Many don't know when Marshall played at San Diego State that Coach Sean Payton was his offensive coordinator. He was mentored by Mike Martz, our head coach, and just he's a teacher from New Orleans, being from Louisiana, not only this will be his first time as head coach, but in reference to understanding people and how to attract teachers and to talk with him over this process and know his heart. He's excited. I'm excited. And the Jaguar Nation should be excited. Yeah, everybody got it? Yeah.
This guy, do you have any college eligibility left? Because you look like you can still play the game.
I like to at least look that way.
Come on here, the one and only Avery Johnson. Come here, Avery Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. The lefty assassin. You let that guy wide open, he would kill you every time. Aeneas, your thoughts of Marshall Faulk being here at Southern University's head football coach?
Really excited. So I graduated from Southern University in 1988, and I have never been this excited about a football coach in the hiring of Marshall Faulk. And I want to thank everybody that had a decision in this. I want to thank his agent, Rocky Arsenault, who's here with his wife, Lydia, his assistant, Avery, his partner in crime, Derek. I want to thank their whole Alliance organization for making this happen. This really means the world to me and all of us Jaguar from Jaguar Nation. So I just thank God for each and every one of you. We are thrilled to have Marshall Faulk as our next football coach, not only to win the Bayou Classic, but we want to go all the way and win the Celebration Bowl next year. But thanks for coming out. And this is a little plug. I know this is a football press conference, but our Jaguar men's basketball team, we're going to do something special this year. Thank you.
I mean, his name is on the court, for God's sakes. So tell everybody, as a Southern grad, what are you doing now?
So I run a private equity real estate fund in Dallas, pivoted from full-time sports into a whole nother world, and giving young people a snapshot of what it looks like in the real estate, commercial real estate world. And it's going well. We're buying buildings all over the country. And look me up on LinkedIn, connect with me. You never know where it may go. But we're giving kids internships, exposing them to a whole different world. Sports is great. Sports was like the bait for me to get to where I am now. And I know Aeneas is doing some great things. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, no question. A grad. Now, see, he got out of that right there. See how he got out of that? Right there, and moved to the top of the key and hit a three-point shot lefty style. See how he got out of that? Aeneas, he would have been a good defensive back too.
Maybe quarterback. I think quarterback. He's about 5'10" and a half. What you 5'11", 5'10", 5'11".
He made sure he knew that too. With a vertical leap of what? What you're doing is absolutely unbelievable. Mentoring young people and stuff like that, still involved heavily in the church. Tell everybody what you're doing.
Well, first, shout out to my wife who I met on this campus going on 33 years. Can we give Tracy Williams, who's put up with me all this time?
He's currently out of the doghouse now.
Exactly. My wife and I pastor a church in St. Louis, and then part of the work that I do with the National Football League with the owners, the commissioner, and a lot of the rule changes, the safety of the game, a lot of those changes I'm a part of. I'm in those meetings and just seeing the game evolve. But being back on this campus is all about Southern University. It's about Marshall Faulk and this dream that he has to not only bring kids out of New Orleans, but lock down the state of Louisiana and dominate here. And let's play LSU again. I want to get LSU back on.
I can tell you that is in the works right now. And this guy, you still make several appearances here to Baton Rouge too. I want you to stay here. I believe he just arrived because I know he wants to get a good team hug with you, like you guys back in your playing days. He has just arrived from the Baton Rouge airport. He coached. He was at practice on Friday in New Orleans, and then he flew to Kansas State where they played their final game, Colorado and Kansas State. So he was right there.
Well, Marshall, I had a chance to talk to Deion Sanders, and Deion said to me, he said, hey, man, I encourage Marshall to not only interview for the job, but to accept the job if that's what's in his heart to do. But Deion said, he says, make no mistake about it, and is I'm going to miss Marshall Faulk. And that says a lot about who's coming in this building right now.
Yep. And he is very close. I see the cameras are getting big time. I see Tony Clayton making his way this way. And looks like the crowd is moving in this direction. Well, I see Pat Galloway from Cumulus Media is in the house. Also, CEO of B1 Banks is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the 22nd coach of the Southern University Jaguars, Marshall Faulk. Aeneas Williams just tackled him. He wanted another career tackle. He got him. And Aeneas said, you got me. Marshall said, you got me on the blind side. That didn't count. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to get this thing underway. Also, Coach Faulk, it's great to call you that now. You want to know if we're a sports town, a football town? Our mayor is a long-term high school football coach. Sid Edwards right there in the house. I bet Green Bay don't have a mayor that's their head coach. That's their mayor of former head coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of people want to know. They know his on the running on the football field and what he's done in his NFL career. And we're going to look at that here in just a moment. Here's some important quotes for some important people in his life. Peyton Manning, a New Orleans quarterback, of course, MVP, his teammate from the Indianapolis Colts. It's what Peyton Manning said that I can read here privately. I can't see what he said. Oh, no, I'm picking. Peyton Manning said this, that Faulk taught him how to work through struggles as a rookie. He was my coach on the field. Dick Vermeil was his head coach at St. Louis, won a Super Bowl. Dick Vermeil credited him with making him a smarter coach. Vermeil also said Faulk was truly gifted and almost nothing he couldn't do very well. Mike Martz was his offensive coordinator, the author of The Greatest Show on Turf. Mike Martz called him the most complete football player I have ever seen and loved Marshall Faulk's beautiful mind. Colorado players have reacted positively to Marshall Faulk's presence as the running backs coach, with some like Dolan Hayden stated they've learned a great deal and appreciate his direct style. Other players have benefited from his focus, effort, and fundamentals, and the hiring of a Hall of Famer has been viewed positively by many, both inside and outside. And crazy enough, last night I was watching a movie, Mark Wahlberg movie, brand new movie. It's called Flight Risk. And I'm watching it, and I'm getting ready for the press conference the next day. It was last night. It's his new movie that was out in 2025 at movie theaters. Here was his quote as he was talking to a U.S. Marshal next to him. And his character was flying a plane. He was the pilot. He said, "I never flew a U.S. Marshal before, but I did fly Marshal Faulk, and I had fun." So, Coach, I don't know if you knew that, but if you didn't, if you're getting any royalties, I think I deserve 10%, Coach. Put me in the game, Coach. Put me in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the guys who was instrumental in bringing Marshal Faulk here to Baton Rouge, and he is all over the place. He is a the Southern University Board of Supervisors Chairman, West Baton Rouge District Attorney. He's an attorney himself. If you need something straightened, call this man, Tony Clayton, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, everybody. Look at that picture. Businessman, a coach, and a player. This is huge. You know, when President Biden passed the Health Care Act, Vice President Biden leaned up to him and said, "This is huge." Reggie bent me over, my vice chair, just then, and said, "This is huge." Coach Faulk, to have the likes of Aeneas Williams, Avery Johnson, Rocky, this is what Southern is all about. This is the Jaguar Nation. You're the new governor of the Jaguar Nation. So, Your Honor, welcome to Southern University. A.D. Banks, this is huge. And you folks, we look forward to you supporting him financially, supporting him coming back to the games. And then we to have the likes of Aeneas and Avery here for you, Coach Faulk, I can only say that we love you. And we appreciate you. And on behalf of my chair of athletics, Warren Rutledge, my other board member, Donna Ray Henry, my vice chair, any other board members, we welcome you, and Dr. Ronnie Whitfield. So thank you for coming, and let's sit back and enjoy the festivities.
I see the one and only Henry Baptiste is in the house. How you doing, Henry Baptiste? Whenever they need something, food, money, Henry Baptiste is there, and we'll definitely need that. Marshal Faulk, Carver High School. In the last 2 seasons at Carver High School, you rushed for 1,800 yards and scored 32 touchdowns. At San Diego State, he was the first Aztec to be named the first-team All-American by the Associated Press, 3-time All-American, 3-time Heisman Trophy finalist, 5th player in NCAA history to record back-to-back rushing titles. Led the nation in rushing in 1991 and 92. Left San Diego State holding 19 school records, including career rushing yards at 4,589, 62 touchdowns. You think that guy knows how to score a touchdown? And ran for an NCAA record 386 yards in one game. One game. He was the 2nd overall pick in 1994 NFL draft by the Indianapolis Colts. 5 seasons with the Indianapolis Colts, 7 with the St. Louis Rams. He was the NFL most valuable player in 2000. He won the Super Bowl 34, 7-time Pro Bowl selection, 3-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 3-time first-team All-Pro selection, 3-time second-team All-Pro selection, 7 times he rushed for 1,000 yards in a season, 7 times. First player in NFL history to gain 2,000 yards from scrimmage in 4 consecutive seasons from 98 to 2001. He scored 136 touchdowns, 100 rushing, and 36 receivings. He is the only player in NFL history to accumulate 12,000 rushing yards and 6,000 receiving yards. His 19,154 all-purpose yards rank 6th all-time in NFL history, including induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. Get up for this guy. He's our Hall of Fame coach. A standing ovation like we just won the 4th straight Bayou Classic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about the process of getting him here to Baton Rouge, one of the big guys who was instrumental doing it, Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our athletic director. We still call him Coach, Roman Banks.
How about it, Jaguars? You know, indeed, this is an exciting day today, and I want to give a couple of shout outs. First of all, I want to thank our president, Dennis Shields, and our Chancellor Pierre, for entrusting this process. Touch me on the shoulder every once in a while. Chancellor say, well, you going to update me? I say, not yet. But also to this board, to our chairman, Chairman Clayton, and also to our vice chair, Abraham, and to the chair of athletics, who I've been working very closely with, Attorney Rutledge. You know, I want to take at this time to tell you guys thank you, because with you guys' support, we've been able to go out and land such a candidate like this. I was able to have some closed doors meeting and say, hey, times are not the same. And what was conventional 5 years ago is not conventional in athletics anymore. Our third generation students are not coming to the Bluff because of their uncles, their aunties, or their grandparents to play sports anymore. This thing has changed. It's all about facilities and all about what you can give me in money, NIL. So it's not like it used to be when I was 30 pounds lighter playing sports. It's not the same. And so you have to have enough intelligence as a leader to learn what are the game changers of today's time. The game changers are being able to have someone that can extend. When I say extend, that means open up the doors in a variety of ways. Engage booster and alums engagement. Being able to walk into a home and knock on the door, and the parents accept who you are because of your accolades, say that's who you are. Not only that, because of that's what your character states. Being able to generate dollars, as he's been able to do for me already, y'all. Been able to go and get some phone calls that we never been able to get to upgrade locker room facilities, to make sure we have proper nourishment for our student athletes. So this hire is also about a CEO that can help the athletic take this whole program to another level and help our alums and our supporters to be proud and to be able to go get the best student athlete that we possibly can get and graduate them, and so they can be successful in life. That's been the story that we've been able to talk about. I want y'all to give them a round of applause. Now, I think one of the tools in my belt that I had was, and y'all probably know it before we got back here, I seen something on social media that we was able to get in the plane. We was able to get in the private jet, us three, my leadership team here, be able to go get in a private jet. And I tell Marshall, we not as poor as you think we are. He told me the other day, he said, you think Tony gonna let me use that plane a few times, go knock on the door? You know, so, and obviously to be able to talk to Aeneas and Avery and all those guys, that's been coaching me through this thing, and that I lean on a lot on you guys, and I want y'all to know that I appreciate it very much. Rock is his agent that's kind of fighting me on a lot of things. So we've been able to come together. And Marshall said this, he told us in private, y'all, say, we should have done this 5 years ago. I said, you probably should be right. But we're going to make this official real quick. I know you all don't want to hear from me, but we're going to make this official. And I'm going to ask those guys that I just named, chair, my athletic chairman, want to come up, and other board members. Chairman, y'all come up. Mr. Henry, come up.
Avery and Aeneas come up too.
Come up. Chair, why don't you present this to him, his jersey, so we can make this official and everybody get around the rest and stand up.
I want the chairman to join me in officially welcoming Marshall Faulk as the next head football coach of the Southern University Jaguars. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marshall, before you come, Aeneas and Avery, I want you to say a few words before we bring up our coach.
Okay.
You go first. You go first.
They're fighting about who's going first.
Thank you, Chairman Clayton. This is indeed a pivotal moment for Southern University football, but our entire sports program, academic, this university is so special to me. I've never flown here for a football press conference. That's the truth. That's the truth. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. When you look at this campus has produced so many outstanding men and women that are doing some unbelievable things in the world. We're adding Coach Marshall Faulk to that special place here at Southern University. He's going to need all of our support in every way. And you know what I'm talking about. I met my wife here 39 years ago on this campus. We've been married almost 35 years. And one of the things that we've always lived by is don't be paralyzed by failure or intoxicated by success. Every sports program have their ups and downs, but at the end of the day, we're going to have a tremendous amount of success because of the leadership of Marshall Faulk. I really believe that in my heart, and I pray each and every day that we put a good staff around him, recruit the right players that make good decisions on and off the field. And when we do that, we're not only going to win just the Bayou Classic, we're going to win it all. God bless you.
Brief but clear. Southern University prepared my wife, my dad, my brother to be successful on and off the field. And we may be HBCU, but we're second to none. And the current students need to understand that. There are people that are influencing throughout the world that's come from this great institution. And we will not sleep on it. So I am not surprised, but I want to share with you a text where you can hear Marshall's heart. I texted him the other day and I asked him, I said, hey, bro, I'll be at the press conference. I will be there. Thanks for accepting your next assignment. Marshall's response, it's a calling. Now I get to bless some young men and do what all the people whom influenced me by teaching and giving them what they need to be successful on and off the field. Yeah, come on, somebody. A jovial moment. We were flying, I don't know if you remember this, we were on an airplane. I think when you one of the guys that would stay up the whole time and we had a 4-hour flight, it's about a few of us on the plane when we were playing with the Rams. Rock, I never forget, I'm half asleep. Marshall's reading a book. So I wake up a little, I don't really care he's reading a book, but he wants to ask me a question about the book. He says, if a truck, and he told me the amount of weight the truck had, if it was on frictionless ice, how far would it move? Man, I'm trying to get sleep, man. I say, tell me again, how much weight it had in the back? He told me how much weight. I said, what's the question again? He said, it has this amount of weight. It's on frictionless ice. How far will it move? I'm saying to Marshall, I said, oh, it might move a certain amount of distance. He said, he put that smile just like y'all gonna see. Aeneas is on frictionless ice. It's not going to move. But I will tell you, Southern is getting ready to move. Come on, Marshall.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 22nd head coach of Southern University from New Orleans, Louisiana, right here, one of the best running backs of all, and he's going to bring pride back to the Jaguar Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only head coach of Southern University, Marshall Faulk.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's be clear, the pride has never left. So we don't have to bring it back. All right. It's always been here. And I'm gonna say, although I did not go to school here, I can speak because of these two gentlemen right here, how prideful they are about this wonderful institution and how much they reached out to me to tell me what me being here would mean to them personally. It was the catalyst of me being here. I want to tell you guys, usually when I get up in front of crowds, I'm scripted. And what I decided today was, I was like, I'm going home. So in saying that and going home, what I'm going to do is just be authentic and honest with you guys about what this means to me, what we plan to do, and what I'm looking forward to. So I'll start with what this means to me. Listen, for me to have my first head coaching job in this state that gave me everything. I provided everything for me as I sent that message to Aeneas. It means the world to me to be here. I could not have it be any other way and be any other place than here doing what we're about to do, because I don't know if you guys, these colors, and it might be a different rendition, these colors, they've been good to me. I feel comfortable with these colors wearing them. I feel like something great is upon us. So as I also understand, to whom much is given, much is expected. And as they were talking about what they expect, there's no fear in me. Winners win. That's it. Winners win. And if you're a winner, then you win. You go out and do what you do. And at every level, somehow, some way, I found a way to find the win. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we are going to do. We are going to deliver a team that plays with heart, that plays with passion, and that goes out there and represent this community the way that you want to be represented. The players that take the field, they're going to step on that field as young men. As boys. They're going to leave here as young men. And what we plan to do is make sure that they excel off the field as well as on the field. Because a lot of times the on the field purpose, it happens, but then when they get off the field, it doesn't. We're going to make sure that they have the tools to succeed in life as well as in football. I look forward to, and I just like this continues to come to me. I hope that you guys like football in the second half as well as you do the first half. Although I love the band, there will be football played in the third and fourth quarters. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. But I just believe that I'm up here because of one person. Probably the best coach that I ever had. Coach Wayne Reese taught me football. And I lost my father, and then he taught me life. I could think back to my second year in the league. I was injured. We were in the playoffs, and this had never happened to me. I'm like, I'm hurt. I can't play. I'm watching the guy do my job, and I'm struggling with it. And coach, he said, he said, if you travel down a road with no speed bumps, you're headed for a dead end. And I'm like, how does that apply to me? And it didn't take me long to figure it out. This was just another speed bump in life. And in life, we're going to have speed bumps. We all have them. What we all have to learn how to do is, how do we get through adversity? Sports provides adversity for us. It prepares us for life. And if you go through it with integrity and honesty and be true with yourself, you find out who you are. And if you continue to move, what you end up doing is, regardless if there's fear, if there's hurt or whatever, you end up coming through it because you're moving. We got to continue to move. I hope that every young man that put on these colors, I hope that they have a dream. And it's required. I feel like in life, a person with no goals and dreams, they're not living with the purpose. And we intend to make sure that every young man that plays on this football team, that they play with the passion and that they play with the purpose. I look forward to putting a winning football team out there that you're happy to support, that you look forward to not just winning, but to dominate. One of the things that I used to love to hear Michael Irvin say was, to beat a man, you attack his weakness. To break a man, you attack his strength. And we are committed to attack our opponent's strength. We want to beat them. We want to beat them when they're at their best, playing their best, because we're going to be our best. This is I can't even say that I dreamt this, but it's definitely, as Ania said and shared my words, it's definitely a calling to be coaching, whether it was my agent, other coaches, friends. That's all they kept telling me over the past, 20-something years, that I needed to be coaching. And when I went to Colorado with Coach Prime, I found it. I was like, wow, there's something here for me to teach and to make sure that the next generation is playing the game the right way. So I look forward to making sure that when you spend your money on a ticket or you invest in this program, that you get your ROI. I'm gonna make sure that you get your ROI. So this is an honor and a pleasure. Roman, I want to thank you. A lot of phone calls. The board, you guys for coming out to Colorado. Oh man, I actually had fun sitting down with you guys and allowing you guys to pick my brain about football, because the reality is, when you sit down, they're not sitting down to hire you. They're sitting down to figure out why they shouldn't hire you. And we actually, it was hard for both of us. I had no reason not to like this institution and them. And I hope that they felt the same way. But the work that they put in, just the sheer that they traveled and came up, it shows that the dedication to this institution, to this football program, and I think all athletics, what they put into it, that they are committed. And all that I ask you, yes, here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask for money. But more than money, I need your time. I need you sitting there. I need you there with us. The kids need to see you. They need to feel your presence. I've played in a lot of environments. Trust me, it's better to play with your fans in the stands cheering for you. So if you commit to showing up, I commit to putting the best product that we can out there on that field, giving you all that they have to win football games. Thank you.
Chancellor, Mr. Pierre, come on, say something a minute. Come on, Mr. Pierre.
Coach Falk, welcome to Jaguar Land. Welcome to the Bluff. We're so proud of you and your accomplishments and the things that you have done. And we know that you will make history on this ground, this historical ground, because we make history every day. Thank you.
The president here of Southern University, your thoughts of Marshall Falk being the coach of Southern University.
I'd love to hear you talk about what happens to student athletes and how it impacts the rest of their lives. And a couple of other things I will tell you. Nation. And they love the band, but they'll stay and watch great football after that. I'm grateful that a winner like you has chosen to come and join us and lead us into a new future for the football program. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow's Give Day. We got to put our money where our mouth is. We've got a big-time Hall of Fame coach. Everybody that's talked about him, Peyton Manning, to all of us coaches in the National Football League, so that guy should have been a coach a long time ago. He's a coach on the field. Now he's going to be coaching for the sideline at A.W. Mumford Stadium. We need you to buy those tickets. Buy those tickets. Coach, I don't want to put you under pressure because you have ice water in your veins. You're never under pressure. You won a Super Bowl and an MVP, for God's sakes. 278 days until kickoff. You ready?
We ready.
And we got to give money. NIL money for these kids, give the best student athletes. That's the name of the game now. NIL money to give the student athletes and also for facilities. We need locker room improvements. We need everything we can get to make sure that when that student athlete comes from all over the world, they are here. Just like Lacumba is pointing to me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it. Tony, you want to say something else?
Call the media. Will you take questions, Coach? All right. Y'all got that? Yeah, y'all got it.
All right. We're going to have the media here in just a moment because we're going to do it right there. But, Coach, do you feel that this is your calling in all life? You said this was your calling, but, Coach, your players at Colorado, your players that you played with in the National Football League, at San Diego State, your coaches, Mike Marks called you a beautiful mind. Dick Vermeil said you made him a smarter coach. So how does this day for you mean you're now the head coach of Southern University? Has this day been coming a long time?
It has been coming a long time, and part of the time I did not know that because I was doing other things. But when you, as I share, when you have so much to give, and so much has been given to you, you figure it out. And you understand that there's a lot that goes on in this game. There's a lot that this game teaches you, but making sure that the kids understand how the ups and downs of this game and how you go through them, it mirrors life.
Yeah. Now, Coach, you're from New Orleans, Aeneas Williams from New Orleans. We've got some great talent in New Orleans, one of the best NFL-bred talent in the city of New Orleans. I feel that we can definitely, with you and Aeneas's help and all of the help of your coaches you're going to get, we'll be able to recruit big-time New Orleans players to come here, like Edna Carr dominating right now, your school, Carver, and what have you. So I know you're going to be able to recruit the New Orleans area very well.
The idea is to let those kids know that we want them here, to not expect them to just, they're going somewhere else. To go let them know that we are available here, and what we do here, we can get them where they want to go, just like any other school.
Yeah. Coming from an NFL Hall of Famer from the city of New Orleans and an unbelievable Hall of Fame defensive back from the city of New Orleans. Thank you so much. We're very happy you're here in Baton Rouge. And now we want to say, ladies and gentlemen, again, go to gojagsports.com to get all the information about giving to Southern University and the donations. The media will be going back in the room. You'll be able to ask her any questions you want. 278 days away from kickoff for Southern University.
And media, once you finish talking to Coach Falk, There will be a motorcade to escort you off the campus if you have to go to any other events. So, why don't you wrap that up?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, go Jaguars.
we got to submit the names. They got to do the vetting. So pretty much 90% of the staff is put together already. It's just we don't want to release names just in case whatever. But looking forward to working with the guys that we're going to have on staff too.
What might you say to those who might question your experience as a coach overall?
Nothing. I mean, what's there to question? And I know this is my first head coaching job. I don't think there's a question. You can't give answers to anything like that. It's like anything else. Just wait and see. Like time will tell. You'll get to decide whether what they're saying or what I'm doing worked.
Coach, throughout this process, A.D. Banks has talked a lot about hiring someone that could really help NIL and bettering facilities and things like that. How are you approaching that, taking this job?
Exactly what it is. Name, image, and likeness. That's what it is. Name, image, likeness. And however I can lend my name, my image, and my likeness to attract the companies or whatever it is to this institution, whatever I can do to help to fundraise here, I'm gonna do it. That's part of what it is. Yes, I'll coach them in football. Yes, I'll get them ready for life, but providing them the resources. And here's the thing, I look at it as those companies that come in and they donate money. I want internships too. I want these kids to have that experience of what the business world is like, because football is not a sport that you can play for the rest of your life. You need to have the next thing ready when you're done playing this game, whether you have a long career. You need to have that next thing ready, and using those resources that we bring in here that we're talking about to not just provide funds, but provide opportunity for these kids as well.
What kind of conversations did you have with Coach Sanders about coaching in Sweat with this experience and success?
A lot. A lot. And here's the thing. Coach Prime, he said, Marshall, it's challenging, but it's rewarding. And that's enough for me. That's enough for me. And the idea is you can go somewhere where it's easy or you can go somewhere where it's hard. It's like, and I choose hard. I want to build. And it's not like there's no foundation here. There's a foundation here. That's it. We just have to make sure that as we build it back up, that we make sure that it's built correctly. That's all.
Coach, with build out your staff, are you going to plan on bringing anyone back that's already at Southern, as well as what are the traits that you're looking for?
I don't know. Once I'll meet with some of the guys and make that decision. I really don't know as of yet.
Have you met with the team yet? Have you spoken to any of the players?
Not yet. I'm meeting with the team after this. I think within an hour, I'll meet with the team and kind of just introduce myself to them. And literally, I'm gonna do something that's extremely unique. I remember being that kid sitting in there and listening to some coach talk to me. I'm gonna have a conversation with them. They're gonna get the right to ask me questions. They need to know me. They need to know that I care.
I know you got a lot for y'all, so breaking out X's and O's, but offensively, what do you expect to be the identity of y'all's offensively?
Our identity is going to be, we're going to run an offense that's going to win football games. That if it's throwing the ball, then we'll throw it. If we need to run it, we'll run it. If we need to run our quarterback, we'll run him. Like, we're going to do whatever we need to do to win football games. I've been around the game a long time, and a lot of things is said, and that's one of the things that I really don't understand. I'll never lose because I need to be in my identity. I'll never do that. I'm whatever they are bad at, that's what we are going to do. That's it. Like, it's hard enough to win games, to decide how you're going to win games with style or whatever. I don't believe in that. I'm a guy who loved to throw the ball, and I'm a running back. I played in the passing offense. And at times we ran the ball more than we passed it at times. So I just believe in the thing that matters the most is when you have more points than the opposition when the clock hits zeros, and that's it.
Coach, you got opportunities to coach in the NFL and even, I'm sure, even after
Yep.
this year. What sold you on Southern?
Literally, Aeneas and Avery. I've known both of them for so long, and just the conversations of what me being here would mean to them, and I respect and trust and love them. I mean, they're like brothers to me. So it's like, yeah, I could go coach in NFL. I could go join. I could have stayed at Colorado. I was comfortable, but I've never done well in life when comfortable. I'm the kind of person who needs to be a little uncomfortable, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This is uncomfortable, and I like it.
Any more questions for Coach Falk?
What are your expectations for season 1?
I don't know. I don't know my players. We haven't come together as a staff. Give me half of those, 270 what days?
76.
70. Give me half of those 276 days, and I'll be able to answer that. I'll have some expectations because I'll know my players. I'll know as a coaching staff how we work together, and I'll be able to answer that. But I wish I could tell you, like, oh yeah, we're going to be this. Like I've watched these interviews a lot of times, and a lot of people have stood up here and just lied to you. And I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I have no expectation. What we're going to do is we're going to work our butt off and go out there and take advantage of the opportunities that are given to us.
Thanks, Coach Falk.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.